Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. This is the Machamp King and welcome back to my channel. Today we are featuring up a new deck list from the most recent sets, Black Bolt and White Flare, with some inclusions of some other Pokemon with the same name from Stellar Crown. If you haven't already guessed it, it is Bouffalant EX with the Bouffalant with the Curly Wall ability, where your basic colorless Pokemon takes 60 less damage from attacks if there are two Bouffalants in play. So we do play a 3-3 line of Bouffalant EX and Bouffalant. Bouffalant EX says that it takes 30 less damage from attacks. So if you are wondering, that is 90 less damage with the Bouffalant wall. We do have 3 Munkidoris to help move some of that damage that is actually done over to our opponent. And we do have some very good acceleration cards to start off the game with, put everything into play and get a bunch of energies into play as well. So we do play Precious Trolley as our ace spec. We play 3 Arvens to try and get that. And if not, we hopefully can just get some Pokemon down. We have 3 Nest Balls to also do that. We only play basic Pokemon. 9 basics is all we do. 3, 3, and 3 of EX, the baby Pokemon, and the Munkidori. So our supporters are 4 Ionos to continue shuffling the deck, disrupt our opponent and everything, 4 Crispins to accelerate 2 energies in 1 turn. We also got 3 Giovanni's Charismas to do the same thing. As long as you have, 2 energies in hand, you can accelerate 1 and then hand attach. We have 3 Arvens, so we can do TM Turbo Energize, so going second, as long as we start with an Arven and an energy in our hand, boom, we can get 3 energies in play, 1 on the active, and then accelerate 2 onto a benched Bouffalant EX. We do play 2 Melas, so that way we can accelerate 2 energies as well, so 1 from the discard and a hand attachment. So there's multiple ways to get 2 energies into play in a turn, and that's what I want, just in case someone does take a surprise knockout on one of the Bouffalants. We do play 2 Boss's Orders and a Counter Catcher, 1 Earthen Vessel, and then 3 Night Stretchers to get back any of those Pokemon that might be knocked out. I'm not really concerned about getting energies back because, like I said, we can accelerate with Mela, and we can have 1 Energy Recycler because we mostly accelerate from the deck with the Crispins. Now, we do play 3 Bravery Charms as well because you're also taking 90 less damage with the Bouffalant's abilities. Well, Bravery Charm now puts Bouffalant EX to 270 HP, which means your opponent will be needing to do 360 damage in a turn. So that's not very likely. Also, with Lively Stadiums, we play 3 of those. Now that is going to be bumped up to 390 damage. Holy cow. Yeah, that's going to be some sturdy walling. Now, anyways, our energy split is a 6-6 of the Fire and Darkness. Fire because of Mela and Darkness because of Munkidori. That's all we really need. Colorless can attack with anything. Both attacks do 3 colorless energies. So yeah, Fire was the best thing I could choose, and then Darkness, obviously we need it for Munkidori. So without further ado, let's get into some matches today. And real quick, before the matches today, I did want to give a shout out to all of the people who view and support my channel, whether it's views, likes, subscriptions, anything like that. I do really appreciate it. I did notice that only 15% of my viewers are subscribed though, so I would really like to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. It has been a goal of mine ever since I hit the 500 mark, and I've been doing this a couple years now, so finally hitting that 1,000 would be so great, and I would appreciate it so much. So if you wouldn't mind, throw me a subscribe, and let's get into those matches. Thank you so much. Alright, well, we might as well slap down this Bouffalant and put this Bravery Charm on it, but we'll just pass. We're not really doing anything. If we happen to... maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I don't know. I was thinking, just in case this is like Raging Bolt, which it probably will be. Yeah, I didn't want, I'd rather the Bouffalant stay alive. I guess it doesn't matter because 220 and 280, it's 3 energy regardless, or it's 4 energy regardless, so Yeah, maybe that wasn't good, but I was hoping to get potentially like an Arven top deck, but I don't even know if that would be good anymore. Oh, that's it. Okay, I mean, that's something. Iono is fine. You know, I don't want to do any energies right now because maybe I'll get like a Crispin next turn or something. Holy cow. No Pokemon. Well, Iono'd and passed. That's not great. Okay. Yeah, Noctowl. They need 5 energies to knock us out. Honestly. Because even though my Curly Wall doesn't activate, my Boofer does. So right now it has 300, essentially 300 HP. So they'll need 5 energies. I don't know if they can only accelerate 1, so that's 2. If they hand attach, that's 3. Teal Mask is 4, so they'd have to get a second Teal Mask with 2 grass energies and a hand attachment of fighting. So, well, there's their 5 energies. Let's see if they actually understand the ability though, because they might mess up. All right, here it comes, Bellowing Thunder. Do they realize the buffer ability? No, they do not. They do not realize the buffer ability. That's what I thought. That's hilarious. Okay. So I guess I have to Crispin. I wish I had a second Bouffalant. It is terrible. But, alright. We'll Gold Breaker for 200. Yeah. Now, see, even with the buffer, 71 energy would only get down to 40, and so they only need to discard 1 energy. Yeah. Let's see if they discard anything else, just because they only need to discard 1. Yeah, see, and they overextended. They discarded 2 this turn. So they're not using optimal energies. I don't know if they're gonna, if they're gonna run out or anything, but geez, okay, well, we need to Iono them. We need to get more Pokemon in play. Sheesh. Okay, well, there's finally a second Bouffalant, and there's gonna be another Bouffalant EX. I can't Turbo Energize even because I didn't get any energies off the rip. Ugh. Yeah, Professor Sada's. That's gonna be their 3rd Sada's. Sheesh. Oh my gosh. So how much do they need? Because technically this is at 300, 360, so technically they'll need to discard 7 energies. And they don't do it. They discard 6 and they don't realize. Sheesh. Well, now I have an energy, but I don't want to turbo energize anything like that. And I can't even turbo energize. So let's just boss's orders a knock towel and end my turn. That'll at least force them to waste another energy. So, sure. Iono is fine with me. I just need more basics out. Thank you. Okay, that's something. Yeah, Latias, that's why I chose an evolution. Okay, sick. I mean, there's Bouffalant. There's Munkidori. There's Energy. And there's an Iono. So I'm trying to get like a Crispin or something. Okay, cool, Crispin. All right, that'll end my turn. So how many energies do you think they have left? They have most likely 1 Sada's Vitality. I do have the Switch. I could start attacking next turn. But, I mean, I kind of want to... I don't want to go 1 prizers. Like, I want to go 2. Alright, there's their 4th Sada's. So, they're going to need to do 40 damage. They're going to need to do 100 damage. So, they're going to need to discard 2... energies only. Oh my gosh, there's so many energies. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They discarded 1 and they didn't do it. God, bro, dude, come on. Okay. Lively Stadium. Are they going to discard more energies or some knock towels? Because this is 60 HP and this is 90. So it took 90 damage off of their attack. They only discarded 1 energy, that's 7. Or that's 70. Like, they did negative 20 damage that turn. They discarded a teal mask. Interesting. Okay, Crispin. Alright, that's something. That's something. We'll switch. And we'll do 200 damage Gold Breaker. I bet you anything they don't have a lot of energies left. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, that's probably a decent or all of their energies. And they're going to need 280, 340. So they're going to need 7 energies to discard. So just 1 more on the board. As long as they use all of them. 1 more on the board would do it. I think they just quit because they couldn't do the math. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we win this game. That's hilarious. Okay, we will Arven for... Let's just go Counter Catcher, Bravery Charm. And then we will... Let's Night Stretcher a Fire Energy. We'll preemptively put that there. And then, yeah, we'll do Gold Breaker for 200 more damage. But it seems like our opponent just quit the game. Another Bouffalant and another Switch. Scoop! Yep, that's what I thought. Inactive for too long. They quit. Couldn't do their math right. GG's. Okay, my turn. Great. That's what I want to see, because I can now I can Crispin next turn and just have a fully loaded up Bouffalant. And now that I have 2 Curly Walls in play, it's gonna be crazy because now Dragapult is only doing 90 damage. Now the thing is, after 2 turns, they can KO a Bouffalant, but hopefully I get the bigger jump on them. Yo, they're just gonna research right off the rip. All right. I like free prizes. I like them. Don't worry about that. Yep. Okay. Sure, another Dreepy. They must have like an Iono or something for next turn, or at least a Dracloak. But no damage, but no items. Doesn't matter. I'm not using items. I'm going to Crispin, maybe. Boom, boom. Put the darkness into my hand in case I get a Munkidori. But I'd much rather use fires. But yep, there we go. Gold Breaker, 100 damage. Boom. What are they gonna do with their 2 card hand? Yo, I have an Arven. Sick. That can go get me my Precious Trolley. And depending on what they do this turn, I might just attach... yeah, they do have a Dracloak. Okay, double Dracloak. Okay. So they'll be seeing quite a bit of cards. They'll see 5 cards this turn. Double Dracloak and then Fez. Yeah, I think the best thing to do is just set up a second Bouffalant ASAP and then... Oh, that's fine. As long as I have like energy and a way to get some Bouffalants in play, sure, that's fine. I do have Arven for Precious Trolley as well, but there's that. There's Arven. Let's just go Precious Trolley and Bravery Charm. We'll go get double Munkidori. And if I ever do get knocked out, Mela is a good thing. And I have Switch in case they try and like bring up the one that is not fully powered up. But that's fine. Giovanni's Riz. The only thing I don't have is a Darkness Energy. So I won't be able to move any damage next turn from the 60 that they put on one of my stuff. That's bad. But anyway, they're still doing quite a bit of damage less to me. And honestly, the Giovanni's Riz is pretty cool, especially if I top deck an energy. That would be kind of sick. This only goes to the active, right? I would totally switch and go in with a fresh Bouffalant if I was able to Giovanni's Riz and hand attach. Anyway, out of the 12 energies I have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's only 7 left in the deck. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they've attached an energy for turn yet. It doesn't seem like they have. Maybe they did. Oh, well. I'm gonna put all 60 on a Bouffalant. Oh no. Okay. Sure. I mean, you're 3-shotting it. It has to be on the active, right? To your active Pokemon. Ugh, I really hate that because that does stop them from having a hand attachment. You know, I don't hate this, but I will switch into a Munkidori. Giovanni's Charisma. And then I can retreat, and then I'll have an energy for Mela. Goldbreaker. So now they can't attack with Phantom Dive and use Munkidori unless they have like Crispin or something. But okay, Cloak. Does that do enough? So 110 would be 220. Yeah. So if they could do that. They could pop this and hit me, and that would be 270 on the dot. But that would give me another prize. Then all I would need to do is Mela, accelerate from the discard, and then find an energy out of the cards that I draw off of Mela. Ooh, they're gonna boss? Okay, I mean, sure. Take out the Bouffalant. I can accelerate with Mela and hopefully get another Bouffalant or a Night Stretcher or something. Interesting that they did the boss play instead of taking out my Bouffalant. Very interesting. Oh, they're gonna try and pop it next turn. So they're gonna put damage counters until it has 130. I gotcha. Alright, well, you put a little bit too many. Okay, let's Mela. Fire Energy. Night Stretcher. No other hand attachment, so that's fine. But next turn I can Crispin for a Fire and a Dark and start moving damage with my Munkidori. And then, yep, okay, yep, oh cool. Now another Bouffalant, that goes down, cool, another Bouffalant to take its place. We're all good. Okay, here it comes, free prize with the Dusknoir. Unless they're just gonna pop a Bouffalant, like a baby Bouffalant. Just going down to one prize is like, it is scary. Because now I don't even need another Dragapult, I can just KO you. The Neo Upper. Dragapult, okay. But you're gonna, oh, and I was gonna say you're gonna need a switch, but no, they have the Latias. Are you gonna pop something or no? They don't need to pop anything. Oh my gosh, the jamming tower. Does that mean, oh no, jamming tower doesn't do anything. That means that they're gonna have to, they don't have to pop it, honestly. They are popping it, okay. Okay, that's, you know, if they wanted to do that, that's fine. One prize left, okay. The Switch. Oh my gosh, and the Iono to 1. Well, frick. I might not even be able to attack if I don't draw an energy. Well, that's something, but yikes. They did everything that they needed to. They jamming towered, they disrupted. 60 more damage. Frick. I mean, it has to be this play. It has to. Because I need as much buff as I can get. And I don't know if that's going to be enough. So it's not, the Dragapult doesn't do enough. It only does 110. But okay, so they just decided that they were gonna lose. And then I win. All right, cool. That's, if you didn't want to attack with anything else, that's fine by me. I don't know if you did your math wrong or if you just didn't account for things, but GG's. Alrighty, folks, that is the deck. Bouffalant EX, you gotta do your math, man, because there's so many buffers. It does 30 damage less, or it takes 30 damage less. The Curly Wall takes 60 damage less, that's 90, plus potentially Lively Stadium and Bravery Charms. Now you gotta do your math or you're not gonna be coming out on top. So yeah, thank you so much. New videos obviously every Tuesday and Thursdays, with either live streams or non-deck list videos on Sundays. But yeah, I'm really excited for the content I've been making. Thank you so much. Catch me on my other socials. I'm doing TikToks, and you know, I'll be posting to Instagram, and I have all of them, even a Machamp King Facebook profile. So you know, just let me know, hit me up, chat me up, support me any way you can. Thank you so much. I'm on the road to 1,000. I would love to get 1,000 subs by the end of the year. So if you would be so kind to do that and help me out, you're the best. Peace.